this should be our example number 3 for superposition theorem. So let's say I have a positive negative 90 volts and then a 30 ohm resistor and another 60 ohm resistor and your 10 ohm resistor. So positive negative Vx and a 6 ampere current source and a 30 ohm resistor and then your 20 ohm resistor and a positive negative or a independent voltage source 40 volts. So how will we solve this one? Using superposition, find for Vx. Position, find for Vx. Okay, so how will you solve for Vx? Always take note when there is a polarity at your resistors is that will be Vx is equal to Vx is equal to 10 multiplied by I. So let's say I10. Take note that your I10 will vary with the polarity of whatever source that you would assume to use. Okay, so at 90 volts, so therefore we will short our 40 volt independent voltage source and open our 6 ampere current source. So we have a positive negative 90 volts and then I have a 30 ohm resistor and another 60 ohm resistor, and then we have our positive negative Vx and a 10 ohm resistor, positive negative Vx and a 10 ohm resistor and another 6 ampere current source. Since magiging open yan, okay, that would be open because we will consider only one source. Open yan. And then we have our 30 ohm resistor and your 20 ohm, another 20 ohm resistor. Okay, so how will we do it? So notice that your 20 ohm and 30 ohm is in parallel, so therefore I will say that our 30 is in parallel with 20, so therefore we have a resistor equal to 1 all over 30 raised to negative 1 plus 20 raised to negative 1, which is equal to plus 20 raised to negative 1 is equal to 12 ohms, right? So the combination this one will be 12 ohms, and then after that we will get the series combination of your 12 ohms and your 10 ohm resistor. Okay, so we have R 12 in series with 10 ohm, so therefore we have 12 plus 10, we have a 22 ohm resistor in parallel with your 60 ohm resistor, right? Tama ba? Actually you can use your nodal analysis in analyzing this one. Okay, so mapapansin nyo that magiging ganito yan. So this is your 90 volts, 30 ohm, 60 ohm, and then your 90 volts. Positive negative 90, and then magiging 12 ohms. So syempre magiging isa yan. Okay, so 10 ohms to. This is your 12 ohms. Positive, negative, Vx. Actually, pwede mo na makuha yung nodal analysis niya. But I want to show you how to solve it using your VDT later on. So since we are getting the series combination of this one of 10 ohms and 10 ohm on 12 ohm, which is basically your 22 ohm, so therefore we will get the parallel combination of your R22 in parallel with R60, which is equal to R22 in parallel with 60. It's basically equal to 1 all over 22 raised to negative 1 plus 60 raised to negative 1. It is equal to 1 all over 22 raised to negative 1 plus 60 raised to negative 1. It is equal to 660 over 41 ohms. Okay, so therefore we will have a final current form, which is equal to circuit form, which is this is your 90 volts, this is your 30 ohm, and the parallel combination of your 22 ohm and your 60 ohm, which is basically your 660 over 41 ohm. Notice that whatever voltage of this one, of these terminals, will also be the voltage of your this terminal, of your 60 ohm terminal, and also the voltage of your 10 ohm and 12 ohm terminal, right? Basically, bakit? Because your the series combination of your 10 and 12 ohms, which is 22 ohms, is in parallel with your 60 ohms, and then the parallel combination of this one will be your 660 over 41. Okay? So therefore, using VDT, the voltage at 660/41, let's say this will be our R1 and this will be our R2. So VR1 is equal to 90 multiplied by R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Tama ba? So R1 plus R2, which is basically equal to 90 multiplied by 660 divided by 41 all over 90 plus 660 over 41. Shift store at A. So we have 1 all over 90 multiplied by alpha A divided by alpha A plus 30. So therefore our voltage will be equal to 220 over 7. That is the voltage at 660. The voltage VR1. So VR1 is equal to 220 over 7. Take note that this 220 over 7 is the voltage at this terminal, which is also the voltage of the combination of your 22 ohm. So, okay, for finding for Vx, take note that papasok yung magiging current natin is it will go in with your positive Vx. So therefore, pwede natin sabihin that may Ix, which is basically equal to Vx over 10, or it is also equal to VR1, itong voltage ito, which is equal to this voltage. So VR1 over the combination of your 10 ohms and 12 ohms, which is 22. So therefore I may say that my Ix is going into the positive side of your positive Vx. So therefore I may say that it is your VR1 is equal to 220 over 7 all over 20t, which is equal to, so we have over 22, so we have 10 over 7, that is our Ix. And solving for our Vx at 90 volts, so we have 10 over 7 multiplied by our Ix, multiplied by our R10. Tama? So we have, kasi itong 10 over 7, this will be our Ix. Okay? So we have 10 over 7 multiplied by our 10 ohm resistor, which is equal to multiplied by 10. So we have 14 over 289. Positive yan. So 14.289 0.85 volts. This is our Vx at 90. Take note that our current, we assume, is it would enter to your 10 ohms. Next is, this is the contribution of your 90 volts at Vx. Next is that you will find for the contribution of your 40 volts resistor. So using your 40 volts resistor, voltage source. So at 40 volts. So at 40 volts tayo. So we will have a value or a circuit diagram equal to short natin yung 90 volts natin, o shorted yung 90 volts, and then we have our 30 ohm resistor, and then your 60 ohm resistor, and take note of the polarity of your 10 ohms, positive, negative Vx, and then we have a open 6 ampere current source, and then we have our 30 ohm resistor, and then another 30 ohm resistor, and your positive and negative 40 volts. Okay, so take note that upon shorting your 90 volt source, you will see that your 30 ohm is parallel with your 60 ohm. So therefore R30 is in parallel with 60, which is equal to 30 in parallel with 60 ohm. It is equal to 1 all over 30 raised to negative 1 plus 60 raised to negative 1. So we have 1 over 30 plus 60 raised to negative 1. So we have a total of parallel resistor equal to 20 ohm, and then we will add our 10 ohm resistor. So you will see that there will be a two parallel resistor, which is your 30 ohm. So magiging ganito yan. So we have our 20 ohm resistor. So 20 ohm to, 20 ohm resistor, and then another 10 ohm resistor, which is positive, negative Vx. So take note of the polarity. Huwag nyo kakalimutan yung polarity natin, because there is already established value of your Vx. Pero pag wala, take note that your resistor will always absorb power. Okay, so positive, negative, so 30 ohms to, and then we have our 20 and your positive and negative 40 volts. Okay, solving for this one, so you will see that your 10 ohm is in series with your 20 ohm. So you will have a 30 ohm resistor. So R 10 20 is equal to 10 plus 20. We have a 30 ohm resistor. It is in parallel with your 30 ohm resistor. So R 30 in parallel with 30. So we have 1 all over 30 raised to negative 1 plus 30 raised to negative 1. We have 15 ohms. Okay, tip lang yan, pag pare-parehas yung resistor nyo, divide nyo siya ng number, n, ng term ng resistor divided by n number of terms. So pag dalawa yan, so 30 divided by 2, so 15 ohms. Okay, so we will have a simple diagram, which is, this is your 15 ohms, and then a 20 ohm resistor, and a positive, negative 40 volts. So take note that whatever voltage will this 50 ohm resistor will be the voltage of your 30 ohm resistor and the combination of your 20 and 30 ohm resistor. So therefore your V15, like our first example a while ago, is that the voltage at 15 ohms is equal to the voltage of your 30 ohm, which is also equal to the voltage of 10 plus 20 ohm. which is equal to 15 VR1 R1 multiplied by V total all over R1 plus R2, right? So from our formula at module 2, so V total multiplied by R1 all over R1 plus R2. So I may say that my 15 ohm is my R1 and my 20 ohm is equal to my R2, right? So therefore we will have a value of voltage of V30 which is equal to 15 multiplied by 40 all over 15 multiplied by 40 divided by 15 plus 20, which is equal to 120 over 7 or 17.14 volts. 17.14 volts. That is our V plus 20. So since you already know that the voltage at this point is equal to this voltage here, because they are in parallel, therefore I may say that the voltage running into this area is also 17 over 20. So therefore I may say that the voltage at 10 ohm is equal to negative Vx. Basically, bakit? Kasi nga our Vx, our 10 ohm is equal to 10 multiplied by the current that is provided by 40. So let's say this is your I10. But take note that your I10 will enter to the negative polarity of Vx. Polarity of Vx. Okay? Hindi siya makita, no? Hindi siya maintindihan. So, I10, let's say my I10 will enter to negative of Vx. Therefore, my V10 is equal to negative Vx. But what is my V10? Take note that our V10 is equal to, my V10 is just equal to the voltage at this terminal, which is your 120 over 7, or your V15. Yan. So, V15 multiplied by 10 all over 10 plus 20. Therefore, your magiging R1 mo is yung 10 ohms. And then, yung R2 mo is your 20 ohms in this situation, okay? R2. Alright? So, we are now ready to solve for the V10, which is equal to 120 over 7 multiplied by 10 over 30, which is basically equal to times 10 over 30, it is equal to 40 over 7. That is our V10. But take note that your V10 is the negative of Vx. So therefore, your Vx is equal to negative V10, which is equal to negative 40 over 7. Or is equal to negative 5.71 volts. That is our V10, Vx. Okay. Yeah. Next is that is the contribution of your Vx at 40 volts. So at 40 volts. Okay. Next is that you will consider our current source, which is your 6 ampere current source. If you will consider our 6 ampere current source, so makikita nyo that your 90 volts will be shorted and your 40 volts will be shorted. So we'll have a circuit diagram which is considering our current source. So at current source 6 ampere. So magiging shorted yung 90 volts natin. And then we have our 30 ohm resistor, 30 ohm, and then 60 ohm. And then we have our positive negative Vx, or 10 ohm. So positive, negative, be careful of the sign again. And then we have our 6 ampere going up. And then we have a 30 ohm resistor in parallel with your 6 ampere 30 ohm. And then we have our 20 ohm resistor, and we have our shorted dyan. Okay, short to, right? So you will see that your 30 ohm is in parallel with your 6 ohm, that will be later on in series with your 10 ohm, and your 20 ohm resistor is in parallel with your 30 ohm. Okay, so let us get the equivalent circuit. So ito muna tayo. So at these terminals, ito, so we have R30 is in parallel with 20, so we have 1 all over 30 raised to negative 1 plus 20 raised to negative 1. So we have 1 all over 30 raised to negative 1 plus 20 raised to negative 1 is equal to 12 ohms. Next is that we will take the parallel combination of your 30 and 60, which is basically equal to ito. So 1 R 30 in parallel with 60 is equal to 1 all over 30 raised to negative 1 plus 60 raised to negative 1, it is equal to 20 ohms. Okay, so therefore we will have a circuit diagram, which is this will be 20 ohms resistor, and then our positive and negative Vx. So positive, negative Vx, which is your 10 ohm resistor, and then your 6 ampere current source, and then our 12 ohm resistor. Oh, 12 ohm resistor ay may ikot. Okay, this is our 12 ohm resistor. Okay, so 12 ohm resistor. You can see that we can directly solve it using your CDT, but always be careful of your current. Take note, wag gumamit yung CDT, pababa yung dalawang yan. You can always prove it using your nodal analysis. So take note that your V10 is again equal to negative Vx. Bakit? Papasok yung current mo at I1020 inside the negative of your Vx terminal, and then your I12. Okay, so wala naman pakialam yan. So using CDT, using current division theorem, so we will have a value equal to your I1020 is equal to I total multiplied by our I12 ohm, yung kasalungat niya, divided by I1020 R1020 multiplied by R12 plus R12. So R12 divided by R12 plus R20 plus our R10, which is basically equal to our I1020, which is equal to our I total, which is 6 ampere multiplied by R12, which is equal to R12 is equal to 12 R12 pala, R12 is equal to 12 ohms divided by 12 plus 20 plus 10. So therefore our I1020 is equal to, which means I at 10 and 20 ohms. So 612 all over 12 plus 20 plus 10. So we have a current equal to 1.714 volts. But what is our V10? Take note that our V10 is equal to I multiplied by our I1020 multiplied by our resistance 10 ohm. But take note that your I1020 is a negative of the current that would enter to your Vx. So therefore I may say that my Vx is equal to negative of V10. So our I1020 is equal to 1.714 ampere to. So ampere, okay, sorry for the unit. So 1.714 ampere multiplied by 10 ohms, we have 17.14 volts. So we have our V10 is equal to 17.14 volts, but take note that our V10 is equal to negative Vx. So therefore our Vx is equal to negative V10, which is equal to negative 17.14 volts. So this is our Vx at 2 ampere, at 6 ampere. Okay, so solving for Vx, how will we solve this one? So using our superposition theorem, so therefore Vx total is equal to our Vx at 90 volts plus Vx at 6 ampere plus Vx at 40 volts. So the value of your Vx at 90 volts is equal to 14.285 volts. So we have positive 14.285 volts plus Vx at 6 ampere, which is equal to negative 17.14 volts plus our Vx at 40, which is equal to negative 5.71 volts. So therefore we have our total voltage, which is equal to 14.29. So ira-round off na natin yan. 14.29 minus 17.14 minus 5.71. So we have a current or voltage of Vx total, which is equal to negative 8.56 volts. Okay, that is our Vx total, and that is our Vx. Okay, save.